like clock. I can't stop. Fuck around, make my 40 pop.
Alright, I wanted to do one of these for a very long time. I kind of missed my one last week. I want to do one of these every single week where I respond to a lot of you guys' theories. Mainly because there's a lot of theories and I can't really get to them all in one single video. But for the anime onlys out there, if you guys don't necessarily want to be spoiled in regards to manga content, I'm most likely going to be talking about some manga content. So if you guys don't want to be spoiled, thanks for supporting. The first one, obviously, you guys know by the title of this video, is going to be the crazy time skip theory. I'm going to read it off for this image right here, mainly because they put it in a very good way. And of course, it's visual. I'm a very visual reader. But also, there have literally been a lot of people recommending me to talk about this and asking my opinions about this. So let's get into the actual theory. It basically starts off by saying a lot of the Boruto / Naruto fandom recently have started theorizing that Amado is actually Kawaki from the future. It wouldn't be the first time that time travel has been introduced in the series, and it may explain certain actions Amado has been doing. It is, however, just a theory. Alright, now this right here, in my personal opinion, would definitely be a very good theory. One of the things about this theory that kind of really stood out to me is the fact that Amado has always very interested in Kawaki. For example, back when Kawaki went out and actually started to fight against Ishiki Otsutsuki, the first person that Amado wants to check on was Kawaki. Like, he was just always fascinated with Kawaki. And in the last chapter, Amado actually compared himself to Kawaki. Now, here's a couple of things. I think this right here would be taking it a tad bit too far. Like, hear me out. People are already complaining about how Naruto and Sasuke versus Jigen was like too futuristic. It seemed a lot like Dragon Ball Z, even in my personal opinion. I disagree, mainly because Jigen brought some sort of ability to the table that we don't necessarily get from Dragon Ball Z characters. But regardless, not only that, but also just a bunch of futuristic scientific technology and things like that. So I think time travel to this level, when it comes to the core storyline, would probably be taking it a little bit too far. In my personal opinion, I wouldn't mind it. I've long already accepted the fact that this right here is the series of Boruto. It's not going to be what Naruto Part 1 was. Naruto Shippuden wasn't even what Naruto Part 1 was. I've already long left that go in the past, but I personally believe to actually retain those OG Naruto fans, the people who like seeing ninjas versus ninjas, this right here would be a very big turnoff to those fans right there, which is why I personally believe that this right here would probably not actually happen. Now, do I think something else in regards to time travel can possibly happen? 100%. I think if there's some sort of secondary, tertiary, actual plot in the storyline, I think that right there would definitely fit well. But having a main part like this, like Kawaki at this particular point, is probably one of the main characters. Some people are actually getting mad that Kawaki is getting a little bit too much screen time. Some people are actually calling the series Kawaki and not Boruto now. So it's kind of funny. I really don't necessarily think that this right here would be the most realistic situation, but I think it would definitely be a very good theory. Now, those right there aren't really the only reasons. For example, Amado knows a lot of stuff about the Otsutsuki clan, and of course, how in the world does he know all about the Otsutsuki clan? Hypothetically, if he wasn't quote-unquote another Otsutsuki member, which a lot of people do actually theorize, and also if we believe that he's lying by saying that he actually did read some Otsutsuki documents, which obviously that right there just seems extremely unrealistic. Not only that, Amado has very advanced technology, and of course a very good way for him to have that very advanced technology is, of course, if he's actually from the future. And also the fact that the Kado organization was actually directed to the small village that Kawaki actually grew up in for them to actually locate a vessel. So of course there is just a bunch of things that could possibly connect Amado to actually being Kawaki from the future. Now, if you guys want me to go much more into detail and actually explain a lot of these things, let me know in the comment section below. I'd definitely be happy to do so, man, because I definitely think that this theory right here is intriguing. Now, the next comment comes from this guy, Ken West. He basically asks, do you think Naruto and Sasuke can get stronger down the line from training, learning new things, etc.? I think 100%. They're definitely able to get strong. I think one of the obvious things for Sasuke is going to be him gaining another arm, and not only just gaining a regular arm. First things first, we understand is that he could possibly gain a Hashirama cell arm, and as we know right now, there's no 100% concrete evidence that this right here is going to happen, but there's definitely a bigger possibility that Sasuke can gain another Rinnegan if he does infuse some more Senju chakra into his already apparent Uchiha chakra. So that right there could definitely gain him another Rinnegan, but also give him the dexterity of having two arms. Now, not only that, the scientific technology that we do have right now could possibly put Sasuke on a completely different level. For example, the absorption of chakra, they could definitely put that in his prosthetic as well. They could do a bunch of stuff with the arm similar to Naruto. That right there would definitely be a very good thing. Now, not only that, and I talked about this and I made a full video about this with Naruto. Naruto has Sage of Six Paths chakra. Naruto is essentially like the new Sage of Six Paths. Naruto, in my personal opinion, didn't necessarily work on perfecting all of the abilities that he could potentially do with all the chakra natures, the yin and yang releases, a whole bunch of stuff like that. I personally believe that if now he actually wants to hone his skills, if he now wants to actually become more like the Sage of Six Paths, more like Hagoromo, that right there could definitely be possible. I personally believe if Naruto goes through absolute rigorous Sage of Six Paths training, he could definitely be more stronger than what he was when he actually did have Kurama. I wouldn't necessarily say he could possibly reach Baryon mode levels or something like that, but I could definitely see him being up there and definitely see him utilizing a lot more hacks abilities than he did have back in the day. Now, not only that, one of the biggest things about Naruto and Sasuke is the fact that as of right now, we're living in a scientific technology era. They could definitely add some scientific dojutsus of their own. Now, we understand Sasuke's situation. Of course, he has the Sharingan, he also has the Rinnegan potential. That right there makes Sasuke set. But Naruto, on the other hand, he could definitely implement a lot more dojutsus that we did see in the series of Boruto, the Senringan that we did see from Ida, holy hell, possibly even the Mangekyo Sharingan that we did see from Shin Uchiha. Just a whole bunch of things could definitely be accessible to Naruto. And not only that, they could literally build Naruto his own unique dojutsu. Now, the big question is going to be, are the writers open to actually improving Naruto and Sasuke? Because every sign up until this point was no. Their goals as of right now is to actually make them a little bit weaker, so of course Boruto and Kwaki and everybody else can actually catch up to Naruto and Sasuke, mainly because they built such a big gap at the end of Naruto Shippuden. Now, I've been on the line basically saying that I personally believe that Naruto and Sasuke shouldn't be getting weaker, they should actually be getting stronger. They shouldn't necessarily have Kwaki and Boruto catch up to them. I think that right there would be super unrealistic. Now, with the change of writers from Kodachi to Kishimoto, I think Naruto and Sasuke getting stronger right now is a lot more likely than it was back in the past. I think Kodachi was on a set mission, which I explained a little bit earlier. I personally believe that if Naruto and Sasuke were to actually get stronger, it would be 100% from the influence of Masashi Kishimoto, because those are his characters, those are his main characters. So right now, I think they have the best chance to get stronger right now with Masashi Kishimoto. So I wouldn't necessarily rule it out, but I'd still say I think it's going to be unlikely. Now, the last comment I want to read comes from Jerry Smith. This guy pretty much says, I personally think the anime would be a lot better if it were seasonal. I'd rather wait and get Demon Slayer quality content than weekly. If they had the time to really develop the story and make 26 episodes a season, Boruto would be a top anime. Now, I 100% agree. I 100% agree. Now, this right here has been a very hot topic, especially with the start of Boruto Shippuden possibly on the horizon. There's a huge elephant in the room, obviously. I'm a YouTuber, so of course having weekly content is very good for my channel. But my personal opinion, I would definitely like to see Boruto as a seasonal anime. Now, another thing is going to be very important with this. If Boruto is a seasonal anime, the manga cannot be monthly. It just cannot happen. It just wouldn't be enough content, not only because I'm a YouTuber, because obviously as of right now the best thing that I could possibly wish for is a weekly anime and a weekly manga. That's not my point. I just have a personal fear that people would kind of not necessarily forget about the series of Boruto, but it'll kind of be in the backdrop. Like, let's be honest, if we're going through a 6-month stretch where the only new content that we do get is 6 new chapters, especially with Kishimoto's writing style that people are kind of like weary about as of right now, it just wouldn't be good for the overall series of Boruto. So because of that, I think if it were to go seasonal, I think 100% the manga has to catch up to at least bi-monthly, 2 manga chapters per month, 100%. If it is on a seasonal basis, every single episode has to be top tier quality, 100%. Because the thing about Boruto right now, people know Boruto for having very quality content for even a weekly anime. Now, I'm not saying week by week the quality is going to be up there, but Boruto over the past year has given us some of the most amazing fights. Of course, Boruto episode 189 being possibly the top tier of all of the very good quality episodes. That right there specifically is the Kawaki versus Gaara fight. Now, not only that, of course, we got episode 204, which is Naruto and Sasuke versus Jigen. Not only that, we got episode 175. That right there is Team 7 versus Deepa, the final battle with Orochimaru and everybody in there. Not only that, we got episode 166. That right there is the first time that we've seen Team 7 go against Deepa. Just a lot of quality episodes that was stacked into an actual weekly anime. Usually weekly animes don't necessarily get things like that, and not only that, the biggest thing that I do want to talk about has to be the expectations. As of right now, for example, episode 208 If episode 208 isn't absolutely elite quality, there's going to be a lot of fans mad about the overall quality of the anime, even though they should have a break because it is a weekly anime. If the Boruto anime shifts to seasonal anime, the expectations just rise. Like, every single episode has to be a banger. That right there is something I'm going to be a little bit afraid of if this right here does actually happen. Now, do I think it will actually happen? I don't really think so. I think Naruto all along has been like a weekly anime. Boruto is just going to continue that tradition. But as always, with the 3 things that I did talk about, let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. It's been your boy Barbie, and we out.
It's a knife.